It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll get to see a battle for conference superiority. Who knows what we're in store for here on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
And I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. Anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
We'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Houston offense heading out to the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And this will be a Texans first down. He'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll run on 1st down with Mixon. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. Gets to the edge at the 30. Wadarani brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Mixon. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Take down. Touchdown, Houston. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Now, Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. On the return is Sean Tucker. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. He continues to play up to his potential. This team's going to be tough to beat.
And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. Not a whole lot there as he'll get to midfield, and that's all. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A tight end in motion now. On 2nd down, Baker. Godwin working the right side. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Baker gonna give it to Irving. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They send Godwin in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. This one is caught by Shepard. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This one from just under, and this is blocked.
In this situation, Mike, every coach on the sideline is yelling, watch the ball, watch the ball. So this is a gutsy move defensively to sell out and go for that block. Remember, if he times this jump wrong, that's a 1st down.
The Texans offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. 2nd down and 3. Here's Stroud. That one knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. 3rd down coming up.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Mixon. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. The Bucs offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here comes Otten in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Now Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there. Robert Woods back to return for the Texans. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They will work the middle with Mixon. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
So we've played one quarter here on a Monday night. It's the Texans who have the early lead. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to Mixon. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Stroud going to set up to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's good for a Texans 1st down. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Stroud to throw here on first down. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Throwing is Stroud. A dive and a catch. Incredible. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time by talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and we saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play.
From the 1, second and goal. Again, it'll be Mixon. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Texans move out on top, 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. They send Evans in motion. A second down throw for Mayfield. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he's gonna get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. To throw is Mayfield. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down. Here comes Otten in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A short one there to Otten. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. Now Mayfield. This one on target to Godwin. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Baker to throw. Get this complete right side to Otten. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. Mayfield to throw. To the tight end, Otten with the grab. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Mayfield. Look wide. Get this one complete. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. Throwing is Mayfield. Taking off, he'll try to get there. The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Bucs are on the board just before halftime.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this 1st half. So we've reached halftime here in this 11-point game. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. This one is caught by Shepard. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here comes Otten in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. Off he goes. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down. It's a 1st down and a gain of 16. A give. This is Irving. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. They'll go again here with Irving. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here comes Otten in motion. That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7. On the ground, it's Irving. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's hauled in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. They'll run with White. Powering forward. He's in. Rashad White. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll get in for the 2-point conversion. And now the deficit is just a field goal. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon heading out onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10.
On the tweak, right?
Here's Mixon. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. From his corner spot, Jamel Dean ends that play. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
The Texans set to punt this one away, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Irving. Good running there. Getting close to midfield. Let's mark him there. And a 1st down. They'll run it. It's Irving. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Right back to Irving. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
14 yards on that pass play there. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay. Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. That's caught left side by Otten.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. And 19 yards out of this one. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Texans have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Mixon. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
So we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. The Texans getting all set to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Buccaneers offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. There's that man again. Another catch. They'll run with Irving. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. They send Godwin in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Texans offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stroud. And this will be incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Bucs offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. That's his tight end, Otten. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
To the left side, to Godwin. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. To throw is Mayfield. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Get this complete right side to Otten. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down throw for Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And he's out of bounds with the first down, so they get a new... Challenge flag is out. D'Amico Ryan saying, I want another look at this one. What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right, but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be. So that challenge, a successful one. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he's in! Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Texans offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Stroud. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. Here's Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. They get 15 on that game. 1st down for Houston.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here comes 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle. He's got the tight end, Schultz. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. It's a big play when they needed it the most. And even 30 yards.
On the quick, right?
They go with Mixon. He'll take this forward, maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Here's Mixon. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. A second down throw for Stroud. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike, we say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
On the return, here comes Tucker. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Another try, second and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. A pickup of 12 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay. Baker to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. Clock will stop at 35 seconds to go. Now on second and long. Here's Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. They'll go. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
First and 10. Stroud down to a knee. And that should put the finishing touches on this one. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. It's a win here for the Texans. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football here. And they send their fans home quite happy. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Texans as we say, so long from Houston.